The going gets tough in the UEFA Champions League this week, particularly in Group F, where Newcastle United, AC Milan, Paris Saint-Germain, and Borussia Dortmund are all set to light up action this week. Anyways, we do a preview for that group and even bigger games to come this week. My name is Ayomide, and this is the Nutmeg on Guardian TV. Always good to look forward to action in the UEFA Champions League, and joining me to preview action this week is none other than Olaniyi Adeoluwa. He makes a second appearance right here on the Nutmeg, and let's start with, before we get into Group F, because it's really thick and it's tough to analyze that group. I mean, it's the group of death, everybody knows that. But Galatasaray up against Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich are cruising in that group, 2 victories already. Galatasaray did show that they've got thick skin against Manchester United at Old Trafford, a difficult place to, get, maybe not this time, but a difficult place to get a result. But then they go up against each other, and what are your thoughts for the game?
It's quite surprising that the game against Galatasaray and Bayern is looking like the early pace setter for the group leaders who are going to come out of that group. Galatasaray with 4 points already, Bayern with 6 points, statement victories there. Galatasaray showing that their new signing is also turning up for them. Icardi, Zaha, and there's a guy, Karim, I can't pronounce his name, but there's Karim there, and he's really in a very strong vein of form. The players are gelling so well, and I think if a team can out Bayern, with the way Galatasaray has positioned themselves on the counter, Bayern would say a lot of the ball, but Galatasaray can also out them.
Bayern are traveling to Turkey, by the way. It's going to be a really difficult game, but let's move away from that. Sevilla are going to entertain Arsenal, and the next run of games in the Champions League for Arsenal is really testing one. They have to play Sevilla twice on the bounce and then play Lens, who defeated them in their last game.
Yeah, when Lens scored those 2 goals, it was PS3-esque goals, those kind of finesse and those beautiful moments, and it was difficult to stop them. But the thing is, Arsenal should be ready for battle. This is a Sevilla team that has
new manager bounce too.
New manager bounce also, replacing their manager over the course
Diego
of the
Lopez
international
is
break.
the new guy there.
Funny enough is, when you have a Sevilla that just showed against Madrid what they can do, bits of what they can do. Against Madrid, they were comfortable to some extent. Yes, Madrid were the better team, but they didn't seem to be intimidated by the quality on show. And against Arsenal, they are going to give Arsenal a very tough test. Manchester United would also they'll know what the Sevilla team is good at. Yeah. And you're having 2 legs back-to-back against Arsenal, 6 points up for grabs. As much as Sevilla will want to be in the Europa League, if they see a chance to make it past the group stage, they'll take it.
Okay, to the group that everybody's talking about, PSG, they are pretty much the wounded animal in that group at this point.
PSG are the big team in this supposed group of death. Yes, there's Newcastle, there's AC Milan, and there's also Dortmund. But PSG are the ones that are supposed to, they are like the early pace setters, they are the big club there. And I expect PSG to have it easy against them. I expect PSG to get the victory done. It's not supposed to be a very stressful game.
Expectations were not met in England, St. James's Park precisely last time out. And we're talking about expectations now. Is it as straightforward as that for Paris Saint-Germain?
It's not going to be.
They're traveling to Italy.
It's not going to be as straightforward. It's not going to be a straightforward encounter for them. To be sincere with you, I feel that AC Milan are also set up to out PSG. The game against Newcastle just showed us a glimpse of how they suffer against teams that sit back, give you a lot of the ball, and eat you on the counter. AC Milan will do that too. Remember, they lost to Juve 1-0. They will be very cautious not to lose back-to-back games. I would even say AC Milan are like the wounded team right now, because they want to make a statement in that game.
They have to bounce back from the defeat against
PSG needs to get everything right if they want victory.
For Dortmund, things do look odd. They've got just 1 point so far, and it's not looking good for them, but they will entertain this time around the Newcastle. So what does this portend for them? Dortmund, with Newcastle getting a victory, they could take them to 7 points. But with Dortmund, you can't say the same. I mean, and they're not losing a lot of confidence at this point in time.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with Dortmund. You can't lose top quality players like the way they've lost players over the years and expect them to always be competitive. There are times that it will catch up with you. It's not every time that you would sell your star players and get away with it. that sometimes you are going to face the brunt. The last year, they had the chance to win the league. They fluffed it.
On the final day.
On the final day.
Yeah.
And now, this is the Dortmund that we're getting used to, not performing to the expectations. I think it is strange to see, but Newcastle will be favourites for this one. And if it was...
Is it still strange now?
That's what I'm saying, it's strange to see. But Newcastle right now, the reality is they are the most informed team in that group. And they'll be favourites for the game against Dortmund.
Well, we have to switch our attentions to a rather controversial, complicated matter in Spain. And this time it surrounds Vinicius Jr., not the Champions League, but he is a victim of what he calls the 10th episode. This time, a young child, supposedly a female, a girl, has also raised a racist chants against him in a video. We didn't particularly see that video, but these things don't seem like they're going away, and not much is being done, especially to protect Vinicius Jr. at this point.
Not only Vinicius Jr., there are a lot of black players in the Spanish La Liga, and this also goes to show the culture. Children are a reflection of their parents.
Yeah, the society at large.
Also the society, and it's alarming that a child would feel comfortable and be encouraged by supporters around her to racially abuse a player. She's young, she should be taught, she should be educated, and that was the point of Vinicius also coming out to say he has spent a lot of money investing in education.
That was rather sarcastic, but I get his point of view. Because that's the foundation of it all. That's where you mold their values, their beliefs, their principles, their mindset towards a topic like racism, for instance.
Racism has always been a topic in Spain, but with recent incidences, it has reached new heights, and that's where it's painful because it's supposed to come down. Racism is supposed to be a thing of the past. As at 2020,
will it ever go away?
I don't know.
I
sincerely don't know. People just see black as black and white as white.
Well, I wish the young man very, very, very much of respect and luck from fans in Spain. And of course, the Champions League will provide a whole lot of excitement in Newcastle United, topping that group at the moment. Let's see how they navigate through the group this time around. Thank you very much for watching this particular episode here on the Nutmeg. You can join this community by following our channel. You can hit the subscribe button for that. All our content are readily available for you. Also, you can hit the notification bells to always get our updates when we release them. Thank you very much. Ade, again, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure to be on the show, man.
And that's our show. Thank you. See you next episode.